This is my second episode. Um, Today I talked to a producer. There's all these tax incentives that are going on in California right now. So you can get up to 40% off on your production, you know, for tax incentives. I don't know a lot about it, but I know it's probably something, not probably, but I'm going to apply for. Um, he wanted to do it for me for $5,000. And I was like, it sounded really good because he's really knowledgeable and he probably could do it for me really quickly. But I don't know. Well, first of all, I don't have $5,000 right now to spend on that. And I still have to run it by my producers that I have that I'm working with to see what they think because they might be able to just do it and we can like do it together and kick it out before October. I think it's the end of October, so we have 2 months to get it together. Where he was saying he could do it for 2 weeks. Um, so that's happening. I didn't say this in my other video, but I am going to be shooting a short. Um, like both these projects that I'm shooting are really important to me. And I just stopped because I know every project is important to every filmmaker. But these two projects are really important to me because it's part of my purpose. You know, these are the two of these projects that I'm doing, the feature and the short that I'm doing this year is just really in line with what I want to do and things that I want to create and film. Um, my short is, my background is like I have a mechanical engineering degree, and there's not a lot of women. I just remember in calculus, waiting for the professor. I had a question to ask the professor, so I was just waiting for him to finish up with another student. And he had this timeline on the wall, and it showed all these everybody that contributed to math and physics. And there was like one woman on there, and it was Madame Curie. And I was like, I know there's more women that contributed to math and physics than just one woman. There must be more. So what happened is the universe kind of showed me, I say the universe, well, my boyfriend at the time, but it was still the universe to me. My boyfriend at the time gave me a book on women who who contributed to math and physics in the 1900s. So there's all these women that did all these things. And one of the women was Lovelace. She was the first woman to um, develop a computer program, and a lot of people know about her. She's really highly regarded in the computer science world, and even though the computer science industry is male dominated, and and that's where I ended up. I was working in IT. I still do a lot of IT projects on the side. But anyway, I digress. Back to the film stuff. So basically what I'm shooting is a short, and it's a short about a woman that contributed to math and physics. I'm not ready to talk about what it's about yet. I will in later days. It's a short, so it's also going to be a period piece, and I've never done a period piece before. So that's going to be interesting. It's kind of exciting because um, it's going to be really exciting. So yeah, so that's what's happening today. talked to somebody about incentives of the tax credits. I am definitely going to apply for it. I didn't really tell him that, but I just told him that I wasn't going to do it. I'll probably tell him later because I can't really. I don't like, I don't really lie, but I didn't know. Actually, this is the truth. I didn't know I was really going to apply for the incentives until I looked it up just now, right before I started um, um, filming this. So uh, I didn't lie. Okay. But anyway, that's all I have to say this weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday, so we're going to have our co-writing session at 8:30 in the morning. Usually we go long, so I am tweaking the feature a little bit more. And I'm also writing the short film. I haven't finished writing it yet, because I just figured out how I was going to you know, present it. I just figured out how I was gonna be I just figured out the structure of it basically. And so, and I'm still beating it out, which people don't know what beating out is. It's just outlining the actual script. That's something that I was dealing in my class yesterday, and in a lot of the co-writing sessions, I found out a lot of, some of the people and when I say co-writing sessions, it's my school community that I have on school. It's called Passion Scripts. It's a free community where people come. It's a safe place for people to write and talk about issues about their scripts. I created it to help people write impactful scripts that really sung to their truth. So if you're interested in that, the link is in my bio somewhere. Um, and you can check that out. But anyway, so people in my school, when I was doing a co-writing session, people sit in, we all come and we get on Zoom. We do a 5-minute meditation to just align ourselves into the energy of writing. And then we come back and we talk about what we're going to write. And then we do that. And then we write for an hour. We're still on Zoom. We just turn off our cameras and our microphones. And then we write for an hour or maybe two. And then come back after the timer goes off. We come back and talk about how we did, if we had any issues, and or if we were feeling a certain kind of way about it, and things like that. So it's a really good thing. But anyway, I just went off on another tangent. So why I said all that is like the people that are in this school community and doing these co-writing sessions, they come from all over the world, right? So, and a lot of them are beginners, and I didn't know that until I started talking to them individually. And that's why I did the beginner class like yesterday, Thursday. And but anyway, they didn't know because people were saying, okay, I'm beating it out. You guys, what are the beats? This kind of, they kept talking about beat sheet and beating it out. And they really didn't understand that. So I spent maybe it felt like 30 minutes talking about what the beat sheet was and how that was and how to structure it. And I wasn't really prepared for that. So the next session, so because it's a 5-module beginner course. So the next module, which is going to be next Thursday, we're going to talk about structure. And I keep saying someone said that I should stop saying but I keep saying so sorry. This is like my first time doing all this stuff. Um I said again. I cracked myself up. Anyhow, anyhow, so basically the beat sheet um is the next module is going to be I'm going to talk about structure, but I'm going to have them actually beat out a something, like I'm not sure what yet, but I'm going to have them beat something out so they get an idea. I don't want to be this lecturer. Um, and actually, to be quite honest, I did talk to some of the people that came to the course, and they got a lot out of the course. They thought that it was great and they learned so much. I think it was just an internal thing with me. Like then I saw how I looked and what I was saying, and I felt like I could be a little bit clearer. But anyway, so practice makes perfect. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trying. Um, I love what I'm doing. I love this process. This is really helping me stay accountable. Um, and so I'm telling the world that I'm doing this stuff. It's kind of fun. But anyway, so I'm gonna stop there. But just recap, just to make sure I'm clear. The incentives, doing them at the end of October. I have 2 months. It means I'm gonna have to get my script to my producer. So we're in September. I'm gonna get the script out to them in a couple of weeks. And let me tell you, I thought I was gonna end, but the big fear is like inside of me, I feel like, I've nailed it. I've nailed the script. And you feel so vulnerable when you give your script to people. Oh, you just feel really vulnerable. So, but that's part of the process. You just walk through it. You feel vulnerable. They like it, they don't like it. Doesn't matter. It's going to get made. Both of them. So, not so worried so much about my short, because I think that I have a really good idea. And I think I'm going at it a way that hasn't been seen. It's about a famous person. It's probably going to make a couple of people mad, but I don't care. I don't care. People need to be mad sometimes. Um, People need to hear different perspectives at least. And this is, no, I'm not even saying it's perspective, it's the truth. Trying to be all nice about it. So I just, no, really, it's the truth. And I'm going to stand behind it. I'm going to stand by it, not behind it. I'm going to stand by this short. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about the feature too, because it's going to be, both of them are like really inspiring, I think. And that's my get down. If I'm not inspiring or if I'm not doing something that's out of the box, why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? So anyway, I love my life. I really do. Especially, I don't know why I'm saying all this too, but the thing is like I'm doing what I love. And I knew that I loved filmmaking from not from like a lot of people know, like when they're like 12 or something like that. I didn't know when I was 12. I think I was in college. I was just finishing my last year of film school. Yeah. And I almost, was like, I can tell a story. Last, last, um, Last semester in engineering school, I decided that I was going to be a filmmaker. And so I snuck in the production class and I don't even know how I stuck in, but there's all these major prerequisites to get in the production class and you had to do all this stuff. I was like, I just just went straight to the production class and did the production. And and I shot something and I shot it on 16 and I didn't know about lighting really. I didn't know about what is it? Makeup. And it was awful. When I saw the footage, it was like awful and I just threw it away. And I just remember my father was like, you shouldn't have thrown it away because it would have been something you could benchmark. But I have it in my head. It was pretty bad. It's like the cheeks, it was really bad. It's like I had, I don't know why it looked like that, but it's like the person looked like a clown because they had like rouge right here. It was a mess. So anyway, but I snuck in and I didn't do well. Because I probably should have taken those prerequisites. I did end up going to film school and doing it the right way. But anyway, so it's kind of interesting. But I knew I was going to be a filmmaker back then, and I've been doing it ever since. And I've never given up. And I keep pushing through. I just love this shit. I just love it. Yeah. But anyway, I think that's enough tonight. I don't know how long I did it for, but anyway, that's all I have for tonight. I hope you guys are getting something out of this. I know that I'm getting a lot out of this and I'm enjoying this um whole process. But anyway, until next time.